Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw on second down. O'Neal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Throwing on third and long. O'Neal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Now a handoff looking right. And the ball is knocked out, and the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security. And they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They had 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. O'Neal flushed out right. And he finds Penny. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first.
Penny, a first down carry. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 11. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Now Rashad Penny. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. O'Neal. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Mike, check, 59.
Now they try the right side here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback, getting pulling guard.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Nifty move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Dolphins 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. That one, 28 yards on the ground. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 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 check. Alert, alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the Dolphins first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run it with Ballage. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gonna give this time to the tailback. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Mike 10. Hey, Corey. Mike 10. Let's put him 80. Let's put that team. Hey, Alpha. Switch.
2nd down and goal. Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 26-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, O'Neal. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Push him back.
Throwing on 1st down, O'Neal. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Watch the twist. Chance.
throwing again on 2nd and 10. O'Neal. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Check it. Watch twist. Malvo. Mike 55. Mike 55. Don't let him breathe. Play that. Off. Don't let him breathe.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Now, that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 4. Middle. You draw corporate.
Now a handoff looking right. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
Now Balaj. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, it's Drake. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's get the ball. Go. Mike, 55 on. 55. Leroy, you run the ball.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Jim. Check. Fresno. Watch the eye.
From the gun, O'Neal. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Washington. 56 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now it's Penny. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with Balaj. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Balaj. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a pickup of 6.
We got this.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Miami.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Redskins are going to win the football game.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the run. They're running.
They begin with a run by Penny, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Penny. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Redskins send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened things up there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now for the all-critical extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
He's checking, he's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Rip right, rip right. Kill, kill, get it. Kill, kill.
Here back to the 14-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Bang, 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 bang.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist,